Hey guys, Sally here. I want to do a real quick video this morning. I'll take a look at the chat afterwards. But Jose Gonzalez has done it. He has verified my observations. I'd like to thank him for that. I'd like to thank him for having the courage to actually go out and verify my globe Earth prediction or my globe Earth observations and have the courage to actually post that online. So pretty cool. I just wanted to review those real quick. Just a real quick review. I took a look at them this morning, and let me get this screen share started. All right, cool. Let me turn these notifications off real quick. Yeah, so this is an observation taken, for some reason he's a little further to the west here than the spot I normally take my shots from. He could have lined up a little bit better to get the more of the causeway in the shot, but this is cool, still cool, because here we have the Marriott being obstructed by the horizon, just like in my observations. There's actually one other flat earther that has this observation, Johnny Oops, and Johnny Oops took a very similar observation. So this is 3 Lakeway Center, and I believe this is 2 Lakeway Center, and both of them are clearly obstructed by the horizon. That was in Johnny Oops' video, so there's one verification of my footage. Now I have a second verification of my footage. Both of those verifications are from flat earthers. And this is the, like I said, this is the Marriott. And then there is another verification of this observation as well from Jesse Kozlowski. He has a photograph of this same exact scene through his theodolite. And actually, I think that is around December 10th or 11th that he posted that, Jesse. So pretty cool that flat earthers willing to go out and verify my observations. Pretty neat. It's about time. It's been a long time. But I do want to say again, just to reiterate, Jose, I appreciate you having the courage to post this, globe prediction on your channel. Here's my observation of the same spot. This one was done at night, obviously. This one was also done during the winter, so the seeing conditions were much better. He also has a few other observations. This is also from the North Shore. Again, he's at a real far angle from the causeway. I'm not sure why, but there's the Marriott right there obstructed. And you can see this is 8 miles out from the North Shore, this bascule. And, obviously, the whole causeway is missing right here. The causeway runs right alongside the Marriott. It actually ends on the left side of the Marriott over here. So that entire portion of causeway is missing from about 8 miles out. And even this bascule right here is being obstructed. It's hard to tell through this mirage, but on a clear day, you can see that this bascule is actually obstructed as well. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is another observation he made. Again, I'm not sure why he got so far away from the causeway. I mean, he could have had some better shots if he would have just lined up directly down the causeway. First time you do this, you might not think about those things. I did give him GPS coordinates though, so he was there. I mean, he was right down the road from the spot, so I'm not sure why he didn't go there. But this is from the South Shore, actually looking back towards the North Shore where he was just a second ago. And again, you can see causeway just disappears over the horizon right here. And anyway, pretty neat, and wanted to just share with you guys. I think this is probably the best observation he made as far as seeing conditions go. I mean, those really rough seeing conditions. You can tell there's a a huge mirage. I mean, that's just that's what you expect during these late summer months. It's just too hot right now. You know, when the fall rolls around, seeing conditions will clear up, and that's why I asked Jose to come back out in December. In December, he can get observations like this one. Seeing conditions are much better during the winter, so hopefully he can make it back out. We'll see. But yeah, just wanted to share this with you guys. I think it's really cool that now there's a number of observations out there that all verify the globe, even from flat earthers. And you know, hopefully they'll look at this objectively and you know realize that yes, you know the curve that's predicted by the globe is there. Um, you know, they might not like the explanation for why it's there, and they might want to come up with another explanation. But I think we all should be honest and say, you know, the observations do in fact validate the globe. They look like a globe, and let's go from there. You know, with some, you know, I guess straightforward honesty about what we actually see in reality. So it's great that a flat earther has finally decided to go out there and do this. And, you know, invite more flat earthers to do this, especially around fall and winter time when the seeing conditions are really clear. Um, you know, you'll be able to see a lot of cool things, you know, a lot of cool observations. Regardless of the shape of the earth, it's still really cool photography. So, when that P1000 comes in, I'll be going back out there and doing this again. I'm going to hit all my locations again with the P1000, and I'm going to keep hitting those locations until I have good seeing conditions. And hopefully, I'm a little better at predicting the seeing conditions now, so I won't have to run out there as many times this year. But yeah, I do want to go out there and get some really clear observations with the P1000. And did I say P100 earlier? I meant P1000. So, well, yeah, I do want to go back out there, get some observations with the P1000, and that's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. So before I jump away from this, let me see if there's anybody in the chat. Away from, but hush. All right, let's see. John Watson confirms. John Watson, how's that desperate? That's exactly what we're seeing here. It does confirm. Jose, yeah. Yeah, I was just doing a quick one, Jose, before I got deep into work. But yeah, I'd love to have you back and we can talk about your observations. Um, I'm hoping you'll go back and like get more in line, go to some of the locations, more of my prime locations where I'm more in line with the causeway. That'd be great. But your observations are awesome, dude. Really like it. LGBT bathroom. You post my work and flatties immediately dismiss it. Yeah, I mean, of course they're going to. I mean, some of them have to. You know, they have to dismiss it because it's part of their belief system. And when your belief system is, you know, your belief system is your core, right? And so whenever you start coming to the realization that your core belief system, which is you know maybe 90% of your person and who you are, is based on a lie, then you have to admit that 90% of who you are is needs to be reworked. That's a hard thing to admit to yourself. So yeah, a lot of them have to call it CGI. But you know, hopefully, observations like this, more observations from flat earthers, will you know help them understand that this is in fact what you see when you go there. Um, so, yep. What else is going on? Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Pate Laros says, "Well done to Jose to actually going out there." Yeah, I do have to say I am really impressed with Jose actually going out there and making these observations. Well, I hope he does it again. More in line with the causeway. That would be cool because you can get some cool observations of the causeway actually curving. Um, and you do see some curve in these observations too, but it's such a weird angle that you don't get much of the causeway in frame, so it's hard to take advantage of that perspective compression and see the curve more dramatically. Sue Lynch, yeah, Google automatically blocks these types of comments with vulgarity in them. I prefer to keep the vulgarity out of the chat as well. I mean, we should just be able to have a conversation with each other. But I'm also a big free speech guy, so I try not to block anything. JM4N. I'd like to see that comment thread if you don't mind linking it to me. Or like you can email me. And my email's in soundly7@gmail.com. It's in the about section of my YouTube channel. Email me that link. That'd be interesting read. Yes, it is a community pressure issue. Yeah, that's true. Not only is it part of a person's, 90% of their personality is based on their belief system. That's a random number. I mean, I can't cite anything saying 90%, but you know how it is when you believe something strongly enough, it becomes part of you, and giving that up means giving up that part of you. Really, people have to rebuild themselves from the inside out whenever they start realizing that part of their belief systems are, based on a lie, and that's a hard thing to do. uh, you know we resist that as human beings, so you have to really be intellectually honest with yourself to be able to do something like that. And getting to that point of intellectual honesty is, it's not something you can do through ridicule, right? Ridicule typically makes you wall up. It's something that has to be, a slow process of, like, basically just loving the person until they figure it out. It's really what it comes down to. Mick West has a book coming out September. When is it? September 18th, I believe. So right around the corner here, called "Escaping the Rabbit Hole," and his book is all about that. How to help people out of this rabbit hole that they've got themselves in, and what approaches actually work. And ridicule does not work for people that are genuinely believing this. Now, ridicule is definitely a necessary tool for the people that are obviously lying intentionally to try and trick people for clicks and money, YouTube money. But yeah. Uh, Enik H. Toss. I'm not even sure how to say that. Enik Toss. Hello, Soundly. Do you have a Discord? I do not have a Discord. I just don't have time to manage a Discord, but I am an admin on Jim Panda's Discord. And whenever I do have time to get on Discord, I go to Jim Panda's Discord. There's always people there. Typically, there's flat earthers and globe earthers there, debating, if you want to call it that, arguing back and forth. There's a lot of good conversations that happen there, but there's also, the characters that just are just too wrapped up in the rabbit hole to see straight. So it's an interesting Discord for sure. And definitely, if you like listening to these funny conversations that happen, it happens there. So Jim Panda's Discord, I will try and get a link to that, and then somebody else was asking for a link to that too. So I'll try and get a link to that and post it in the description of this video once I find it, or maybe just even pin it as a tweet. I'm not sure. Smith, heyo, bit late to the stream. What's going on? Jose Gonzalez went out and took some video footage of the same areas that I like to go to. So he's a flat earther, and he's basically verified my observations, which again, I'll say, it takes some courage in the flat earth community to do something like that. So I just wanted to give him a shout out, show some of his footage. And I'll just kind of flip through these videos real quick again. Where is it? That's Johnny Oops's observation. This is Jose Gonzalez's observation. And this is my observation, all of the same area. So that's two flat earthers that have verified my observation. And also Jose Gonzalez has verified my observation. I'll have to find his video. And there's other guys that let's see, Dandy Panty, who hasn't been around for a while, and Real Everyday, who hasn't been around for a while. Those are two globe guys that also have verified my observations. So there's a number of people now that have verified my observations, and that's important when it comes to these types of observations, being able to reproduce them. Let me go back to the chat. What does Oakley have to say about it? Who cares what Oakley has to say about this? I don't. Because that they'll make something up. He'll say, let me just go ahead and predict. It'll be something like perspective, magniflucation, mirroring line, convergence, refraction. Unfortunately, refraction actually works against them, not for them. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. I will leave a link. I'm surprised I didn't actually already add the link. I'm going to leave a link to this first video right here of Jose's, this one. I'll leave this link in my description, and then you can find the other ones from there. They're just all the last day. They were all yesterday. So let's see. Can I do that right now? Let me see. Yeah, here we go. There we go. I've added it. Combinin, you're gonna have to tell me how to pronounce your name, man. It's good to see you, Combinin. Let me give a shout out to Combinin. He's a globe Earth proponent and flat Earth debunker from Turkey, and we're hoping to Murat. Yeah, I didn't want to use your real name unless you wanted to, Combinin. But we're hoping to get some Turkey translations, subtitles on some of my videos. Turkey, that's not the right word. What is it, Turkish? I guess Turkish. And is that the language? Correct language, Murat? Did I say it right? Turkish? I have no idea. Link doesn't work. What link doesn't work? This one? Yeah, that link works. What link doesn't work? Yeah, so awesome. Brazil too. Yeah, there's another group in Brazil that I've been connecting with as well. So there's a lot of people debunking this stuff around the world, which means the flat Earth stuff is a global epidemic, unfortunately. Chris says he can translate it to Scottish. Perfect, man. Scottish subtitles. That could get funny. That could get funny. Oh man. Just having my coffee doing this too. Should have had a coffee before this, I guess. Um, hey, yeah, Murat, I'll take as many subtitle translators as I can because I was just talking to the Brazil guys, watching their videos. It's like, man, sorry, I cannot follow what's going on because I don't speak the language, and I realize that we really all need to be subtitling it for different parts of the world. And if we have our network of debunkers, then that can all subtitle each other's videos. It'd be great. Jose, yeah, you went, you recorded, you uploaded. I appreciate it, man. Did a good job. Yeah, drinking coffee, Sue. Uh, Murat, it would be awesome to have a hangout, like an international hangout with you and the Brazil guys all together and just kind of talk about like the implications worldwide, how this is reaching out in the world. Because you know, for a long period of time, I thought it was just U.S. and then I thought it was just U.S. and U.K. and then I thought it was just U.S. and Europe. Then all of a sudden Brazil comes in the picture, and now I'm talking to you in Turkey, and it's just amazing to me that this mind virus is spreading like that. So yeah, Murat, I wasn't talking about hangout right now. I was talking about later. I got to actually get to work myself. So we will definitely have to arrange something. You have me in Hangouts, so we'll definitely arrange something. Yeah, it would be great if we could network together and work together internationally, providing subtitles for each other. Um, I mean, that would be fantastic. The only thing I can translate is Spanish, though. I can't translate anything else. Um, so yeah, in the U.S. we only speak two languages. That's not true. There's a lot of other cultures. There's a lot of Korean and Chinese, Vietnamese, and other cultures as well, of course. But in your country, you are using DVBT. I don't know what DVBT is. What is that? I'm I might speak a little Cajun. In your country, you are using DVBT. Somebody know what that is? What is DVBT? Digital video broadcasting terrestrial. Some type of broadcasting hardware? Broadcasting television in which land base? There it is right here. Here we go. Wikipedia article. Yeah, some type of broadcasting hardware. I didn't really follow that. Oh, I see. I see. You're saying that you have to use satellites and that's proof for a globe. Murat, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's not cell signals. So, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to show these observations from Jose, and we will definitely line up some things for these international guys that, well, I guess we're all international, but um, Murat and the Brazil guys, I gotta remember he has a weird screen name, so I can't remember how to say it, but anyway. Jesse says later, man. Where's curve on Lake Pontchartrain? Aha. Okay, thank you, Jesse. Where is the curve on Lake Pontchartrain? Here we go. Let's find that. That's another observation that validates mine or verifies mine. Here we go. This is Jesse's here. He goes through all of his measurements and all the triangulation work he did, and there you go. Look at that. So the horizontal line is eye level. Eye level is clearly above the horizon there. It's actually above two Lakeway right here. This is two Lakeway Center, and that building's nearly 200 feet. So, yeah, horizontal line of sight is over the top of that building, and those buildings are about 24 miles away. So, yeah, really cool observation right there. And there's another one that verifies mine, and of course, we all verify each other's that they're actually genuine observations. Thanks, Jesse, for sharing that. I'm glad you did. I don't know how I missed Jesse's comment earlier. Yeah, thanks, Jesse. By the way, go check out Jesse's channel. He's got some great stuff over there, especially if you're interested in geodetic surveying and the history of how we know the shape of the Earth. I mean, there are whole books about the people that actually, the surveyors that actually went out and mapped the entire world. I mean, and they did that all through triangulation. So pretty awesome. Go check out his stuff. You'll really enjoy it if you like the history of how we know the shape of the Earth from the ground level. Before we had, Himawari 8 sitting up there taking a picture every 10 minutes. Jesse says, and I made sure to tell the instrument what she was seeing too. All right, that's because Jaron says you didn't tell the telescope what it was seeing. That's pretty hilarious, actually. Geodesy begins with astronomy. Ah, yes, yes. You guys need to have Jesse just go listen to some of his videos. Let him describe it to you. They used to triangulate, or they used to tell me if I get this right, Jesse. They used to determine their latitude based on the star patterns. Is that correct? Oh, Murat, let me make you a moderator. Now you can post links, Murat. You might have to reload, Murat, but you should be able to post links now. And that's Jesse confirming, yes, they use the stars to determine their latitude, which, I mean, anybody can do that with Polaris. How do they determine longitude? What based on time? Star patterns in time? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. HTC video on stratosphere, taken 2015, non-fisheye. I'm going to take a look at that now. You're at. Okay, let's set some phones up into space and set some fireworks up. Ooh, it's loud. Y'all might have heard it coming back in my speakers there. I don't want to play this guy's whole video. Let's skip ahead. Filming in the stratosphere. Ooh, that's a good shot. HTC mobile phone. I wonder what the field of view is on that phone. It's probably pretty small. Probably pretty large. Probably pretty small focal length. I imagine it is. Cool. Look at the moon right there. It's a neat video. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Appreciate everybody stopping by. This is just a point of interest. 47 people watching live stream. And we still have those 24/7 channels getting, consistently high view counts. That's the battle that we're in. We're in the battle where we are the cleanup crew, but everybody likes to watch the train wreck. And we got to figure out a way around that. We got to figure out a way to get our message out in a positive way, that combats these 24/7 channels. And I had a 24/7 live stream going for a while, and it did well at first, but it's hard to keep up with that 24/7 live stream. Keep the content fresh and keep putting new stuff in there. It's a lot of work for one person. So I shut it down for a little while I was busy with work, but I'm hoping that this year, once I get the P1000 in, I'm going to start making a bunch of observations again. And when the fall and winter roll around, I'll be making a bunch of observations. So I'm hoping to be producing some more fresh content, the style that I like to do with music and just observations. And hopefully we can string all that back into a live stream, mix it up with last year's content as well. One thing I would like to point out is that the equinox is coming up pretty soon. And Wolfie has put an experiment video on his channel. You know, something you can make pretty easily for, you know, a couple bucks from your craft store. And I'm going to be doing something for the equinox. I'm pretty sure, unless we have bad weather. But I'm going to be doing something for the equinox. I'm just not sure what. I don't think I'm going to be able to do what I did last year with the whole rig and everything. I might, though. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the full rig or not. But I have to make a decision this week or this weekend, because I'll have to work on it this weekend. So we'll see. If you guys did like my equinox video from last year and would like to see something like that again, let me know, and I'll try and do something. I'm not exactly sure what I will do yet. I don't want to do the same exact thing I did last year, but something like that. Then I'll put together an equinox video. So the spring equinox, I did a drone flight recording the sun setting behind Baton Rouge. But I was thinking about doing something a little bit more science-based, something that people would be interested in watching from a science aspect. You know, just verifying the location of the sun, stuff like that. But I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. So you guys let me know. We'll be interested to do a collaboration on the equinox as well. Yeah, Murat, they don't like me very much. They don't like me very much. That's why you hear the Anthony Rileys and the Nathan Oakleys constantly defaming me, because my evidence hurts their feelings. Whoa. Mark's throwing up 1 million for a flat earther that can prove positive evidence for a working flat earth model. That is not a simulation. Jesse says he loves the drone stuff. Yeah, so I have my drone still, obviously. I just need to get into some better seeing conditions so I can take advantage of it again. These summers, the summer here is just terrible. I mean, the seeing conditions are terrible all the time, even for astronomy, really. It always seems to be some type of cloud cover, even at higher altitudes. It's just a mess. Okay, this video's gone long enough. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody that's watching the video. Thanks again to Jose. Thanks, Jesse, Murat. Definitely going to have to do a little globe get together. Globe debunker, or flat earth debunker globe guys get together, international. A little hangout. We got to set something up like that. That'd be great. Yeah, Murat, just get used to it, man. As soon as you start providing positive evidence for the globe, you become the enemy, and they will badmouth you, defame you, say all the worst horrible things about you. That's just inevitable, because they do not have a moral base. Their ethics are crap, and that's because they're interested in clicks. They're interested in views. They're interested in confirming their bias. They're not interested in truth. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good day. Soundly out.